Do the rap, they say. I was working at UNH way back in the fall of '08 when in walks Mackenzie and asked me on a date. I said, nah, no thanks, but I appreciate your hype. But if I'm being honest, you're just not really my type. Psych, tall, blonde, and beautiful, I'd be out of my mind to just say no to this one-of-a-kind find. But none of that was true, and my mind isn't the least bit blurry. Someone once told me don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. Truth is, she walked in to meet with my boss. She was starting an internship and was looking pretty lost. I pointed her to the back, and the rest, as they say, is history, but there's so much to cover between then and our relationship victory. I had graduated the year before, and she was just a freshman. Get your filthy minds right. I don't even want to know what y'all guessing. I will say this, though, no question off the bat that she was special. I definitely couldn't have seen that her and I had this potential. She was full of charisma and funny as hell, so much confidence and maturity for a freshman as well. We got along great and became friends fast, but it almost fell apart. Almost didn't last. That's because one day we were cleaning out a closet when she did something bad, and I almost lost it. Unplugged the fridge that was holding my lunch, which subsequently went bad, and I could no longer munch. Which is pretty funny, because now she does the opposite. When it comes to unplugging things, she's quite incompetent. Always call me up, hey babe, I'm work bound. Can you unplug my straightener so the house won't burn to the ground? Back then was so mad, but now I just laugh. Although you do owe me an apple, yogurt, and a turkey wrap. That wasn't why, but I had to say goodbye. I left UNH in the spring of 2011 so I could spread my wings and fly. That was a hawk joke because I went to work at St. Anselm, leaving the office at UNH just a little less handsome. See, I can love myself too. Also, nothing else rhymes with Anselm. As you can guess, Mackenzie took it pretty rough. Lots of tears shed, puffy eyes looking pretty tough. Nah, I made that up too, but we were definitely sad. Stayed in touch, and a year later we'd be feeling pretty glad because when she graduated, I had an open job, but the decision I had wasn't exactly a dunk after a lob. Jeff Lopes, put your hands up. It was her and this man right here down to the final two. So I thought and went with what I knew. I hired Mackenzie, a pivotal moment in my life, because now we're getting married, and Jeff is my work wife. Yeah, he dodged a bullet coming to work at that zoo, but now him and I are together anyway, working at SNU. So now Ken's and I are together at St. A's. You'd think that those would be the greatest of days, but we didn't get off to the best of starts. I know I've lied to y'all twice, but not on this part. We finished the first game of the season. I thought all went pretty well, but then afterwards in the press box, her eyes started to swell. Did you just eat some shellfish or get stung by a bee? And that's when it happened. She started to cry uncontrollably. Straight up bawling, we're talking an ugly cry here, but I told her, don't worry, there's nothing to fear. I promise you'll learn quick and kick it in high gear, and now turn that frown upside down and elevate your cheer. And she did get better, had a trying first year, but the second one she killed it as things started to become clear. That year was hard personally. I was going through some stuff, but Mackenzie was there for me, making every hit a bit less rough. We were working together 60 hours a week. It just brought us closer. All we did was speak. But all good things must come to an end. And June 2nd, 2014, she handed me a letter she penned. It said, you're great, and I've sure learned a bit, but this place sucks, and so I quit. She went home for the summer, and that was quite a bummer. But we stayed in contact, and then she hit me with the stunner. She accepted a job at the Monarchs and was moving back to Manch, but she had no place to live. Did I know of anything by chance? I said, well, as a matter of fact, yes, I do. I'm renting a house with 3 bedrooms and only using 2. It's just me and Cam, that's my little man, and we would love to have you be a part of our band. So she moved in and started our roommate phase, and that was the end of me and Cam's bachelor days. No more pans on the stove and dishes in the sink, and for the love of God, Cam, put down the toilet seat. But I wouldn't change it for the world. It made Cam and I less gross, and for Mackenzie and I, naturally we grew close. So we could fast forward through all the mushy-gushy, right to the part where Mackenzie starts getting pretty pushy. I had left St. A's to go work across town when Tom called me up and said, "Come on down." So I switched sides in the rivalry, and to SNU I went, but it was a St. A's house where I was paying rent. They let us stay for a bit and then said, "You gotta go." And Mackenzie said, "You know what? I want to buy a home. And you can come with me or you can go live in a tent. I don't really care, but if you come, you're paying rent." I said, "I'm falling in love with you. Sure, I'll go, as long as you don't mind that I have Cam and all our stuff in tow. And I don't want to come across as this being cheap, but is there any wiggle room on the rent? Man, that's steep." Moved in and we've made it such a beautiful place, received so much help, and have neighbors that are great. So our relationship progressed. Of my heart, she became the mayor, and I learned about her like an onion, layer by layer. I had met her parents before, but needed the rest of the family tree. She said, "Okay, now let me see. I have just one brother, and his name is Heath. He likes the band Fish, plays hockey, and has all of his teeth." He's a hockey player. Some hockey players lose their teeth. God. I said, "That's it? Just one bro? This family tree is easy. I'm going to be a pro." Well, my dad has 5 siblings, Jude, Andy, Scott, Bruce, and Jay, and from them I have 9 cousins. We're as close as they come, you can say. Justin, Dean, Brittany, Heather, please try to keep pace. Meredith, James, Luke, Ben, and Rory. What's wrong with your face? Ooh, girl, I'm trying to keep track, but I'm definitely going to need you to run that back. Andy's married to Suze, and they have Justin and Dean. Oh, and then Britt and Heather twins. Oh, come on, now this is just mean. They're known as the Boxfords because that's where they're from. Wait, where are you going? Please don't run. Then there's the Westons. Jay is married to Jess. They have Mare, James, Luke, and Ben. Oh my God, what a mess. Bruce is married to Kathleen, and they just have Rory. Finally, an only child. Now that's my kind of story. It's fitting that you're standing here. Thank you, but when I do unscripted things like that, then I lose track. Oh, and eventually I'd start to meet everyone, and matching faces to names made it a lot more fun. Met Heath one Christmas, and Jude opened my eyes with one of her absolutely delicious peanut butter pies. Met Uncle Andy in Boston. He knew the way to my heart. Gave me and Ken Sox tickets. Hell of a start. Met some here and there when we went to the lake, including Grandma Claire, her acquaintance I'd make, and shared some shrimp cocktail with Papa Jim. Yeah, I had a great time chatting with him. And as a favorite, those meetings both contend because it was clear that they were so damn special to Ken's. And most I'd meet at my first Fraser wedding. Trying to keep it all straight, my mind sure was fretting. Justin was getting set to get married to Katie, and I was straight sweating. Is this Virginia or Haiti? And is there a 10th cousin? I don't want to make a fuss, but seriously, can someone help me? Who the hell is Gus? Katie's lucky she's the best and is such a good wife because she's a Steelers fan. And y'all know it's Pats for life. And I'd come across Hudson, just the cutest of things. I don't know what he's doing to Dean, but he came down the aisle carrying the rings. And I'd meet Ross, another member of the crew, and he and Britt would be my Fraser wedding number 2. Oh, and Britt and Heath, here it is, cross my heart. Cam's got it figured out, but I still can't tell y'all apart. I kept my eye on Ross during that main weekend in May so I could take notes and be good for today. And I felt like I got closer to the group, especially the night Ken sprained her ankle on the stoop. But that's another story for another time. I can't be going on a tangent here in this rhyme. So what I felt then became official today. I joined this great family. Can I get a hooray? Thank you. And now, like Katie and Ross before me, I become a cousin. 11 and us 3. Now there's 2 plus a dozen. Oh, but that's only my dad's side, Mackenzie would declare. Oh, hell no, I said. Don't you even dare. So I'm sorry, Bachmans, but this is getting real long. I'll get you all next time in my next family song. I got some gratitude to dole out so I could say thanks, but everyone is here for a reason. You all hold a special place. To my newly minted in-laws, Cheryl and Pete, Thanks for raising this amazing woman. You should be proud of that feat. Both so generous, treat me like one of your own. Cheryl, hope I'm talking loud enough in the microphone. My own fam, my Aunt Roberta and Uncle Bruce, I put some words together, but really, what's the use? You've done so much, I hope you can see. And it's okay that you like Mackenzie better than me. My mom and dad, I love you guys a whole real lot. I hope you know, in my life, you'll always hold a special spot. And it might not have been easy as waving a magic wand, but Dad, you were right. I finally found that blonde. Cam, you're up next. Thanks for always keeping us guessing. And for last summer, when you gave me your blessing. Remember when I said, what do you think about me asking Mac to be my wife? And you said, yeah, I'd like that. Well, here we are. I know it seems so far. You just couldn't wait. Like a constant, are we there yet? In the car. And Mackenzie, Bo brought Cam up to the lake this weekend, so I feel his pain. And Mackenzie, I love you. Best decision of my life to put a ring on your finger and make you my wife. You're not just beautiful outside, but also within. You loved me when I was fat, and still now that I've lost some chins. There's so much to admire. Your drive and your heart. We'd be here all night, but that's just the start. You make me a better person. My strength, you're the source. You have this great aura. You're an absolute force. You crush anything that you set your mind to. My goal is to be even just a little like you. And while Cam isn't yours, random people wouldn't know because you parent him like he is, and it isn't for show. You truly care about him and want him to be a good lad. And you don't just make me a better person, you make me a better dad. Which leaves me no doubt that you're going to be the bomb. When you and I have kids, you're going to be an incredible mom. But okay, let's wrap up this lyrical prance because I know that you all came here to cut loose and dance. But I had to top the engagement rap if that one went 9. But now let's eat and have a great time. So I'm sorry that dinner is just a little bit tardy. But hey, Frasers, isn't this a nice party?
Eric Copeland, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, make a little noise for our groom.